Hello everyone, Jason here. Just wanted to show everybody the mountain I'm up against. Recently, as in maybe a couple months ago, I bought a 1997 Suzuki GSXR 750. Paid $200 for it. I may have overpaid, considering it doesn't even resemble a motorcycle right now. And I'm going to do my best to document how I put it back together. The reason I bought the motorcycle is I have a friend of mine coming out here to Hawaii, and I know he likes to ride motorcycles. And since he won't be coming out here with any sort of vehicle, I thought it'd be a nice little treat to have him have a motorcycle ready when he gets here. So, now that you have a little bit of a background of what we're doing here, or at least what I'm going to be attempting to do here, let's take a little bit of an inventory of the parts we have. Here is the motorcycle itself in its biggest entirety. As you can easily tell, it's missing quite a few things. I believe it actually sat uncovered for a couple weeks, where rain was able to get in the throttle bodies. So the first thing I did was put a plastic bag, plastic bag over that. It doesn't have a rear wheel on it. Right now it just looks like frame, forks, front wheel, no brakes, no nothing. So, let's look around here. I have rear wheel, front fender, the headlight clip, some brake lines, 2 gas tanks, because you know you can never have too many of those, I guess. There's the seat, some more fairings, air intake, the rear seat cowl. The actual main fairings, the side sails, are actually in really good shape, apart from the fact that someone decided painting them flat black was a good idea. Then I have a box of other parts. Looks like brakes are probably seized. I'll have to take those apart, clean them. That's the rear brake lever. Broken, of course, why wouldn't it be? And rusty bits in a towel. Looks to be the air filter. Another chain, because the one that's on there is quite bad. An axle shaft, that's good. Actually thought I didn't have that, that's amazing. And some other bits and bobs, and then some more brake lines. Passenger foot rest. Here looks like the rear brake peg assembly. Mirror. Windscreen, another rear cowl, another air box. So, quite a bit of parts. So I don't know how much I'm missing. Probably, if anything, it's just going to be mostly little hardware bits that I'll have to kind of pick up along the way. So I think the main challenge I'm going to have is how I'm going to get it out of the truck. It's just me. I don't have a cherry picker at this location. I don't have a series of pulleys or ropes or ratchet straps that I can put in the carport to lift the bike out. I think the best plan of action would be for me to try to fit the rear wheel, maybe put on a brake. I do have a ramp, and try to roll it out. Again, it wouldn't be any huge loss if it falls, and then I just scrap it, I guess. Yeah, let's get started. Had a small discovery. Won't be able to really put the back wheel on safely without the bike tipping over and ruining my friend's beautiful pickup. He's already pretty unhappy it's been living in the back of it for this long. Like I said, I don't have a series of pulleys or an engine picker. However, I do believe, if you can really see it, I can squeeze a strap between that roof joist and the main joist with a ratchet strap, definitely 2 of them, because I believe the bike weighs wet 420 pounds. And then back the truck up, hook it up to the strap, pick it up, and away we'll go. So what I need to do here, put the straps on, pick the bike up about an inch or two, drive the truck out, somehow drop the bike down with ratchet straps. That should be fun. Then I can, once it's on the ground, I can attach the rear wheel, and it'll be able to get moved, at least, around my cluttered shop. I chose to kind of do an offset on either side of the frame because obviously the bulk of the weight will be at the engine. There's a pretty good spot here on the main frame, just forward of the subframe. And then this one I'm kind of worried about. It's on a engine mount slash frame slider mount. Comes off the main frame. However, it should be good enough just to lift it up in the air. What I'm not too sure about is when I go to ratchet it back down, i.e. let it fall, if those hooks are just gonna pop off. But that's why we have it on camera, right? However, I need to reposition them because my theory of weight distribution was wrong. As you can see, back end is in the air, front end is not. See how loud this will be when I drop the rear. Sure, that was good. Flipped a good bit. Sorry, Will. This will just stay up in the air. So I gotta tell you how pleased I am with this. It's probably not the best situation to leave it up here for very long, but it seems to be working for now. It is also kind of eerie knowing that it's just kind of dangling. I'm sure it would be easier on the back if it was up like this to work on all the time. I suppose that's why professionals have stands. Lowering it was going to be a little bit of a different endeavor since these are pulleys and just ratchet straps, which means they pop apart. So I put up another one that's slightly looser than this. Hopefully the idea is that when I loosen the one that's taut and that's supporting the weight of the bike, this one will catch the weight of the bike and move it down about a couple inches. It's going to be a long process, but hopefully I won't have to spring out of the way to avoid being squished. close enough to the ground. Had to turn on my shop light because it is getting dark here now. It's taking me a little bit longer than I expected. Ran into a bit of a problem. Ratchet straps are out of juice, so to speak. There's no more left. So I've devised a way to catch it as the last strap lets go. And if I've done everything properly, the rear will get caught right on the spools on these jack stands. That's going to be a bit of a drop. What is that, about 4 or 5 inches or so? So I'm hoping that catches. If not, I'll have a bike on the ground. I should probably move the tailgate, huh? Let's do that real quick. There, now it'll only scratch his painted bumper. Sorry, Will. And then, another interesting development. My ratchet strap broke. So that's another reason why I have to get one of these good straps out of the back, so I can attach it to the front. And then we will move on smartly. 3, 2, 1. Alright. Well, good thing I'm not a math wizard and I don't have to do this for too much of a living, because that would have been a royal cock-up. Seems to be supported on the right-hand side of the bike, and so I will move smartly, lowering this side until that spool comes down closer to the jack stand. Golly, that was good. Unfortunately, I wasn't recording for the time when it just slipped off the pegs. My math wasn't good enough, thank God. Like I said, I don't do that for a living. Calculate trajectory because it missed the jack stand and started to slide off. I had to catch the bike. Again, I'm glad I doubled up on straps to make sure nothing terrible went wrong. So now the next thing I need to do is to remove this strap since it's not really supporting any weight. The jack stands are. And then I will hopefully get the front end down on the ground. And then the nightmare should be mostly over. Getting frustrated with it, so now I'm just going to pop aside and see what happens. Oh, that was anticlimactic. Nothing happened. Oh, it missed the jack stand. Close to my Jeep. Good thing I don't care about the paint. Back is fully supported by the jack stands. Fairly solid in the rear. Ran out of toe strap for the front. Ratchet strap for the front. And it's about a, I don't know, 8-9 inch drop to this foldable ramp that I'm hoping will catch the bike. So if it falls, I hope everybody gets a good laugh out of it, and I'll only be out, at worst case scenario, $200. That worked pretty well. There, bike is mostly on the ground. So at the end of the afternoon, the bike has made it back on solid ground for the most part, and I will say that it was a bit more of an endeavor than I would have liked to have undertaken by myself. The bike is on the ground, for the most part on solid ground, and I will be making other steps towards it, probably making other videos about it. This is the first YouTube video I think I've ever actually put any sort of effort into. If anybody has any tips about how to make them better without having to really spend more money, maybe more production value, anything like that,